I'm late. Sorry. What are we talking about?
We're talking about credit right now and how to build it.
Yes, so fun.
you're right.
Yeah.
And I hate being late, so can you tell me how to fix my credit?
Well, credit is very important. So being late is not a good thing. So I would say you need to manage your finances better. A good tip for you since you're late on your payments, maybe set a reminder on your phone to make your payments on time. Don't spend more than you can afford. So let's say if you put gas, then just pay what you use, because you know you're going to use that to just pay for that, you know.
Yeah, I agree with Priscilla. You know, you cannot be late in your payments if you're planning on purchasing a car or maybe a house, right? Mm-hmm. Purchasing a house, getting a mortgage loan, being late in your payments is going to affect you a lot, right? There is this 3 business credit bureaus, right? The biggest ones: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, right? Okay. I mean, it's not so difficult. You can just go and check what's in your credit report, right? And see what is affecting you. But yeah, when you are late in your payments, especially if you are late 30 days, it's going to affect you, right? Mm-hmm. If you're late in your payments 60 days, it's going to affect you more. 90 days, it's going to go into your credit report. And then if you are late on your payments, or you don't pay that credit card, that one that you have, it's going to affect you. If you go above 150 days, it's going to stay in your credit for like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Priscilla, can you tell me other ways, besides maybe paying off before being late for your payments? Are there other ways to build credit? I'm a little confused.
Well, to build, for a lot of people who don't have credit, who just started, either got out of high school and want to build their credit, maybe get a secured credit card.
Okay.
Get a secured credit card from the bank. Some banks will give it to you. A secured credit card is where you just give like $250, $300. You give them that amount. They give you a card, and then you borrow and pay back on that money every month.
Okay.
So you have like a limit of $250 to $300. That begins to reflect on your credit. What else can you do?
Well, building up credit, starting is a little difficult, right? Because I remember when I didn't have any credit card and I applied with Capital One and all the bigger banks like Bank of America, Chase. I wasn't able to get a credit card because I didn't have any credit at all. My credit was completely fresh, right? So I finally was able to get a credit card with Capital One, and I remember they gave me only like $500 credit limit on my credit card, right? So that's how I started building up my credit, right? Now when you have a credit limit of $500, you shouldn't spend more than 40% of what you have available. Right? And you shouldn't trick the system, you shouldn't lie, because the business bureaus are going to see that. Okay. Right? So, buy gasoline, lunch, right? Once you get your closing statement on your credit card, pay it off, right? That's another thing. A lot of people think that keeping a balance on your credit card is good, but no, it's just going to charge you interest on it, the balance that you have. Okay. And it's not going to do anything good for you. Okay. So what I do, I just pay it off.
What about making a minimum payment? Does that affect your credit at all?
It doesn't affect your credit at all. But just remember that whatever balance you have on your credit, right, depending on the credit limit, that's going to affect you, right? So there is another thing. When you max out your credit cards, right? If you have a credit limit of $500, but then you owe $450 or $490. To the eyes of the business bureaus, that's gonna be bad, right? It's gonna impact in a negative way your credit score.
Gotcha. Wow, thank you guys. That really helped me out.
Hey, but talking about credit here, when buying a house, right, there's this thing that is called PMI, right? Payment Mortgage Insurance.
That's right.
How important is that credit, right, when you're talking about PMI?
PMI, that's a great point to bring that up now. I actually did a little bit of research on that the other day because I was thinking about, again, purchasing a house, and I was reading up about PMI, private mortgage insurance. And it's a lot more beneficial to maybe put a larger down payment, say 20% or more on your down payment towards your house. Now that's going to allow you to maybe avoid the PMI insurance. If you pay anything less than that, you're going to have to be paying towards that each month. And keep in mind that PMI insurance is mostly going to, it's mostly to help the lender, not the buyer of the home. So if you pay less than a 20% down payment, then you're going to be still paying towards that PMI insurance per month, and it's not going to go towards your mortgage payment. So it's a little bit extra that you're going to have to worry about in the long run.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of money, right? It's like, depending on the loan, maybe like 150, 350 every month, right?
Yeah.
That's a good chunk of money.
So Priscilla, speaking of PMI and paying off mortgages, my friend actually just got a loan from a private mortgage lender. And he actually, because of his low credit score, he got a really high interest rate and kind of a low amount of money. And I don't know, can you expand on maybe how he could have gotten a better loan?
If he got a high interest rate, most likely it's because of his credit.
Okay.
His credit might not have been as great. He might have barely met the requirements of where he needed to be at so that he could get the loan. Because if it's really bad, they're not going to give you a loan at all, right? So the credit score is extremely important, right? For the interest rate to be as low as possible. That score is a score that the credit bureaus give us on rating our reliability, like our integrity and reliability, our trustworthiness for them to lend you the money. That depends. That shows them how responsible you are, with their money that they're lending you. Of course, it's an investment. And of course, they're going to charge you an interest rate, but the interest rate is going to be less, right? If you're good with your money, right? If you know how to manage your money.
Yeah. And Priscilla, I don't know if you remember, but we had that client, who had a really bad credit score. So, some people tend to go to those credit companies that tell you they're going to help you, to build up your credit or improve your credit at a short period of time. But honestly, you can do that yourself, right? Many of those clients who have bad credit score, they have accounts in collections, right? Maybe balances on credit cards or debts that they were not able to pay at a specific time in the past, right? So those accounts get sold, banks from banks to banks, from creditors to creditors, right? And so on. So if they have, let's say, a balance of like $10,000 on a credit card that they couldn't pay, maybe that credit card got sold to another creditor for, I don't know, $1,000, right? So now that creditor who holds that account in collection is trying to get their money from the same person, right? So that client, that person who wants to improve their credit, they can contact, that creditor and try to negotiate, that account, pay it off, right? At a lower cost than what the balance of the credit card or the debt was. When they remove, once they pay it off and they remove that account from collection, their credit score is gonna jump sooner or quicker, than trying to wait, for the 7 years that account is gonna stay in their credit reports and then building their credit again, right?
Yeah.
So that's one way.
Right. Paying that off is called a settlement. You just come to an agreement and you settle the account. You can make that in payments and pay off way less than paying the full amount. And they're open to doing that.
Right.
All you have to do is ask. Right?
Exactly. Another thing that is going to help you building up your credit quicker, is when, let's say you have a friend or a family member who is easy to talk to, that you get along really well with them. If they can add your name, yourself as an individual in that account, right? That is going to help you a lot to boost your credit score, right? But remember, you just have to be careful. That credit card has to have a history of being a good credit account, right? And a good credit balance, right? So if it is a credit card that has like $500 and they used to open it like a month ago, don't even bother. It's not going to help you much. But if they have held that credit card for like, 5-10 years, and they have a $20,000 credit limit, that's going to impact a lot on your credit score. So if you, obviously if you're watching this video, that's because somehow you're trying to find a way to increase your credit score. So that's one way or one trick, that the business bureaus haven't been able to remove from the possibility of, clients like yourself are trying to improve their credit score, your credit score sooner or quicker, right?
So a lot of people right now are actually they're thinking about refinancing because now is a great time to do that. Maybe at the beginning of this year or even last year, people were having a 5% or even more interest rate on their loans. Right now, we're looking at 2.10 or even lower percent on loans. So now's a great time to refinance. You could save a lot, put a lot more cash in your pocket by doing a refinance and getting a lower interest rate right now.
I'm glad that you mentioned this, Nick. You know, it's crazy right now with this. I mean, COVID-19 has been a crazy experience, you know, for all of us. Something that we didn't expect it, we were not familiar with. But on the other side, you know, it kind of it was a benefit for a lot of us, you know, that it pushed for the Federal Reserve, or it made the Federal Reserve to lower the interest rates right now, right? Like they are like what, 2.1, right? In a regular market, you're going to see interest rates at 5 to 7%. But you know the craziness of these low interest rates, it means a lot, you know, for the cost of financing when you're purchasing a property. So coming back to the credit, how important the credit score is. Having a low interest rate, you know, when refinancing is going to save you thousands of dollars for the time of the loan, right? You know, I have a friend who he was paying 4% on their mortgage loan, right? They were able to refinance at 2.1%.
Wow.
They saved over $70,000 on the term of the loan, right? So that's how important it is, you know, for you to understand and build or maintain your credit score, right? It's gonna save you a lot of money. And not only that, you know, if you wanna change your car, you wanna get a new car, you wanna take advantage of all this cashback from credit cards, you know, that banks have available, you know, they are gonna check, you know, what's your credit score? How are you handling your accounts, right? Are you paying it on time? Are you late? You know, all these factors are gonna affect your pocket, right?
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to help people have more money in their pocket and make it easier in the home buying process, for sure.
Absolutely. You know, like Priscilla was saying, the interest rates, you know, low interest rates are only available for people who is responsible for making those payments, you know. But if you are, you know, one of those persons who at some point, you know, for whatever reason, your credit score went like really low, you know, you can always push it back, you know, and buying a property, buying a house is one of the best investments, you know, that you can go for.
So talking about the raffle, what are we doing?
I think we're going to be raffling off some cash, and a better way to get entered to win is to like, comment, subscribe on this video. Please, guys, you know, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. Also, liking our Instagrams, all of us here, we're going to put them in the link in the description. Go ahead and follow those, gives you a better chance of winning. So can you tell us more about the raffle?
Facebook, YouTube, right?
Yeah.
All that social media.
Exactly. Every social, follow it, comment, like, subscribe. Give yourself a good chance of winning.
Destroy that subscribe button, right?
Smash it.
Raffle spin is coming.
And share. Share and share and share.
Yeah.
So we're going to be raffling cash. No credits, none of that, just cash, no gift cards. You can do whatever you like. I think cash is sweeter. $500, two $500 raffles that we're going to be drawing. The names, right? Names of people that we've already helped, sellers that we helped sell their home, buyers that we helped, or consultations that we had buying and selling. Their names are going in there. And then for you guys watching, from now until we're going to be doing it the 31st.
31st.
Right? The 31st.
Mark on your calendars.
Yes, the 31st. We're going to do it live on all our feeds, hopefully.
Facebook,
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, hopefully connects to each other, right?
Right. Yes. What else are we going to?
So December 31st at 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah,
December 31st, 11 o'clock. We're gonna put that here on the screen so you remember.
New Year's Eve, actually.
New Year's Eve, right?
New Year's Eve, yeah.
No excuses. You gotta be there.
It's gonna be awesome if you win $500.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Build up your credit with the $500. Pay off some credit cards.
Save.
Yeah.
Right. And we're gonna have the same thing for next year, 2021, right? But at this time, you know, just make sure from the beginning of the year that you guys, right, like, subscribe, share, tag us on your videos, right? Especially when you buy your house, you know, make a video I don't know, if you're celebrating with your family and friends and you tag us along, right? Just by doing that, you're gonna get some cash at the end of the year, 2021. So same thing we're gonna do, we're gonna use this, raffle spinner, and we want you guys to, we want to appreciate your business, so we want you guys to win.
Right. So if you are going to get one entry, everyone that we just mentioned, but if you comment or share, you're going to get another entry.
Right.
For those who are not, that we don't know and just are watching us, you're going to get an entry.
Right, make it public so we see it, right? So if you're not a friend of us on Facebook, Instagram, make it public and tag us along so we can see that you are participating, that you are doing this, right? And that way we put you on that raffle spinner, right?
Get your name picked, win some cash.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also for the ones that, if you want to have more chances, for those that we already spoke to that are already following us, if you comment or share us again, you get another ticket, right?
Yep.
So more chances. More
So,
chances to win.
what on what day is today? 16, 17? Right? So you still have some days, right, to the end of this year.
You have at
Right.
least a week.
At least a week, almost 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Plenty of time to start liking, subscribing.
Right.
Sharing us.
Subscribe. Punch this button, right? Subscribe.
Yes.
Right? So that's it, right?
Yeah.
Great. So if you have any questions or regards to how to build up your credit, how to improve it or maintain it, leave your comments here below. We're here to help. Want to help you, right?
Yeah. And you guys have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Eat a lot. And
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year.
2021. Hopefully it's different than 2020. Right?
yes, hopefully.
Yay.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.